Let's do some All-Star news quickly first. Let's just get the ads out of the way here. Jordan Westburg is replacing Rafael Devers. Rafael Devers, who says he'll be resting a injured shoulder, which he's obviously still playing through, and that's fine. It's good for him.
Yeah. We talked about this, Jordan, on the end of last episode about which veteran player was most likely to not like make up an injury, but to like find a way to get out of the game. And we thought it would be Will Smith. And it seems to be Rafi Devers. I understand he has a sore shoulder. I get that. He is clearly capable of playing right now through this sore shoulder.
He is. But like, I, as someone who wants to keep seeing Rafi Devers have the season, if he thinks this is what he needs to do to continue that, that's fine with me.
Totally fine. I don't care at all.
Yeah.
Jordan Westburg is going to be there instead. That fires me up. I just think it's funny that we were like, some veteran is going to make a half decent excuse to miss the game, and who's going to be? And it was
we could still have more of those. We could still have more excuses on the way, but he is the first hitter we heard as a replacement. Of course, we're still waiting. Like, we know there will be more injury replacements. I guess they're just still kind of solving those.
I can't make the All-Star game. My dog ate my homework.
Yeah. Although I will say it is odd, the sequence of this. Like, the timing is strange that like we found out about Westburg replacing Devers before we found out about Devers, who we didn't even know this was going to be an issue until like yesterday. And before we found out who's replacing Tatis, or Mookie. Like, that's weird to me. But anyway, whatever. So we'll get those replacements at some point in the National League. And then Tyler Glass. Before Glass now. Yeah.
Congratulations to Jordan Westburg. What a freaking season. I mean, he's been unbelievable for the Orioles this year in the infield. Like, Adley and Gunnar get a lot of the praise, but go look at Westburg's numbers. He's been phenomenal. Also, like you said, the sequence of events, Chelsea Janes, friend of the show, Washington Post, tweeted this. He did a whole scrum about not making the All-Star game and then made the All-Star game. It's like, we know these things are going to happen and there's really no good way to do it.
Yeah. And I think same thing could happen with Christian Walker, right? There's a big thing with that. So we'll see. But yeah, Westbrook's been awesome, and the Orioles deserve more All-Stars. So, and by the way, like, I think he is, I would say, more deserving than Santander. I know I had Santander on my snubs list, and that was more of a positional thing. But like, I think that I'm glad that he makes the list there. Another one who I was pretty close to putting on, again, I talk about a lot of pitchers, is Hunter Greene. And this is a guy, I think Hunter Greene is a fascinating story. Like, I think the fact that he is not a bigger deal nationally, considering how relatively famous he was as an amateur and being the top pick and like getting to the big leagues quickly, speaks to how he's been just good enough, but not bad enough to where we're talking about him really ever over the last 2 years. And that it's put him in a very strange space. And obviously part of that's just being on the Reds. But I think that this is a cool honor because he has improved this year. He is generally throwing more strikes. Now the walks are still there, but he's been so much better, most notably at keeping the ball in the yard. That is the thing that is a huge difference for him, is preventing the home run more. And his pitch mix has just gotten better, and he is just a more mature pitcher. And yeah, I have no problem with him, being an all-star here. I think that's really cool. And he replaces Tyler Glass now, who unfortunately we were all celebrating how healthy he had been, and that he's, careening towards already setting his season, career high in single season innings. And now he goes on the IL with a back injury. So that really sucks if he's not even there, considering this is going to be his first All-Star game. I would love for him to still be there. I don't know if he is, but that would really be disappointing if he's not even going to be there, considering how long we've been waiting for him to finally be an All-Star. So that kind of sucks.
And then the other news we got is 2 more Home Run Derby participants, Jose Ramirez of the Guardians and Marcell Ozuna of the Braves. We'll do a whole Derby preview on Monday once we have the full field. I'm glad Ramirez is doing it. That's a fun one. He has done it before. Always cool to have switch hitters do it. I talked a little bit about Ozuna last episode and about how baseball is not doing the best job of like reckoning with the transgressions of his past, and how, integral that story is to like his on-field performance, because of Like he was so bad at the beginning of the last year and just been so good since then, and how him being in this spotlight is uncomfortable for everyone. And maybe that's not fair. Not uncomfortable for everyone. Like I'm sure that there are a large number of Braves fans who are like, fine with this. But I'm very interested to see how he gets talked about as we move forward.